everyone! Welcome back to episode 16 of my Let's Build series. It's so lovely to see you all here. I've been so thrilled to read all of your comments on the last few episodes, and I'm really excited to make some more progress today. In the last episode, we did a lot of smaller details down below. Today, we are gonna do the complete opposite. I have collected an entire inventory of clay. Well, pretty much. We also have this supply box here. This is like my building box, so before an episode I just bring up the supplies that I think I'm gonna need, and look at this. Oh, isn't it just glorious? Dark prismarine. That's unfortunately all I have. But I was AFKing the squid farm when I went to class, and it's a really small squid farm, so honestly, that's really good for the size of it. It really didn't take me very long to build that squid farm. I'm pleased. So we're gonna get some roofing in on this section, and we're also going to get a lot, and I mean a lot, of walls done. Like, it's gonna be serious progress. Okay, I need to look at where... Okay, so the wall goes right here. Goodness me. We're gonna start kind of destroying our farms a little bit along here. That's okay though, because they have to move very soon into either this section here or our underground ravine. I haven't quite decided yet. But I'm just gonna go along here and start filling in the walls. I think this is going to be a little bit more of a sort of talky episode, but it's because we're making so much progress doing something that's kind of really grindy. But I mean, when you're building on this scale in survival and it's this big, you kind of have to do some of the grindy work. It's kind of necessary. As much as I would love to keep doing small little details and just having fun building aquariums, in order to get to that point, we have to get these walls in, as well as the roof. So yeah, let's jump into it. Today, instead of just doing one comment of the day, I'm going to pick a couple. I'm not sure how many yet, depends on how lengthy they are, and just sort of chat with you guys. This will be a little bit more of a chatty episode while I do some building. The first comment I'm going to respond to is actually a really recent one, and it's really short and simple. It just says, there is a very efficient and low resource hostile mob farm designed by Nembomb, and I am using it and it works extremely well. Also, great video. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that so much. I'm definitely going to be checking out Nembomb's channel and trying to find a good mob farm that works for me. The issue that I'm going to have when building a mob farm is, one, it's going to be in the spawn chunks, and our spawn chunks, if you remember, we spawned right there, so it's going to be underneath that island, underneath the sandcastle village that we eventually put over there. The problem with that is obviously that it's underground. So when you do something underground, I think with mob farms it's much less efficient with the blocks over it, like the spawning is. I honestly don't know all the details. I'm sure Nembomb, Ilmango, Mumbo, they'll be able to teach me through their videos, but I need to get to that point and watch a lot of their videos and learn as much as possible, because I definitely want it to be an underground farm. I don't really fancy the idea of having it above ground. Kind of just, I feel like it would be really in the way, and it would take away from the look of our palace if we just had a massive, like, slab water mob farm thing right next to us. Maybe that's just me. Maybe the builder in me needs to calm down a little bit for survival. But I think an underground one will be just as efficient because, unlike in a lot of worlds, we are on an island surrounded by water. So our caves don't need to be lit up because they're mostly underwater caves. And we're also in a coral reef, which means we've got sea pickles around, we don't have a lot of drowned spawning. Honestly, our hostile mob spawning, if we have like one dark spot anywhere, it gets packed with mobs. Like, it's intense. So I think for our purposes, we'll be okay to do a slightly less efficient hostile mob farm. The hostile mob farm is actually something I want to work on really soon. I've kind of just been waiting to get a beacon. I don't think I'm going to end up waiting to get a beacon, but we don't really need it until we get the elytra. And by the way, for the elytra and the dragon fight and stuff, I have been collecting ender pearls off camera. We're currently at 6 ender pearls. It's surprisingly difficult to find endermen. I just traveled to the desert next to the mesa where I get this clay. It's just that way. It's not very far away. Our squid farm is also near a desert over that way. I'll probably try that way next, because honestly, they weren't spawning very frequently, which was kind of frustrating. And I only have looting 2 on my sword, which is also frustrating because it also has knockback. Not the greatest, I'll admit. It's fine though. I'll figure it out. Alright, so along the trim here, we're going to go with our prismarine again. I really like the little accent of the prismarine, and I'm going to do it all the way along the palace for now. If we decide that one wall or one section of wall needs to be done differently or a slightly different design, then we will tackle that when we come to it. I want to jump down and actually see what this looks like so far, because we've only had these sections of walls and now it like turns a corner. Oh my gosh, it's so much more like official or something. Wowee. I'm loving the look of that filled in. I absolutely cannot wait to do interior in here. It's going to be so fun. Oh, by the way, what did you guys think of the Minecon announcements? It was very, very exciting for me. I loved watching it. I didn't get to watch all of it. It's really long. I just didn't have the time to sit down and watch the full stream, but I watched Exumavoid's little recap of it, so I got in all of the super important information announcements, and I'm personally so excited for them. Honestly, the Minecraft updates lately have been amazing. Like, to do something like 1.13, the aquatic update, and then immediately announce something like that for the next update, like I was expecting something a lot smaller, honestly, but now I'm really, really excited to continue. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's gonna be amazing. I'm excited for the prospect of having scaffolding. I mean, can you imagine how much easier that's going to make building, especially on a larger scale like this? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be incredible. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about and haven't heard of Minecon at all ever, first of all, what are you doing? And second of all, go watch Exumavoid's video. He does a pretty good job of kind of recapping it all. There are a few other YouTubers who also do a fantastic job, so maybe just type it into the YouTube search and click on the one that most appeals to you. But I definitely recommend checking it out because they brought up pandas and foxes and illagers, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The next comment I would like to respond to is from Benedict, who says, "Ah, ink sucks. The bane of Prismarine fans like me." Me too, Benedict, me too. But we're getting through it. Also, have you thought of using the new work in progress versions of the textures yet? I love Prismarine more in that pack. I actually did use it in a really early on episode, but I think now that we've built more, I mean, why don't we just try it again? I still have it. I'm on 1.13.1. Oh, where is it? So I'm not sure if this is gonna work now. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully this doesn't break anything. I'm honestly not sure how Minecraft works fully. Alright, back to game. Ooh, wow. Every time I switch, the wood is really jarring at first. I like it though. It's just hard to get used to. I love the brick so much more in this texture pack. So here's our tower in the texture pack. I definitely love the granite. It goes so well with the prismarine now. I mean, yeah, that combination looks 10 times better now, and it looked pretty good before. But somehow it's better. Let's just hop in here. Okay, I like all of that. Looking back at this, yeah, the clay is not super different. It did undergo a texture change. It's a little smoother. Honestly, pretty cool. Oh boy, let's see how the wood looks over here, because I sure did use a lot of wood. It's making me a little nervous. Let's see. Yeah! I still like that. I don't think it changed anything super drastically. I do think the roof looks brighter now, which I like. I definitely like the dark prismarine in this pack. Very nice. I also love the leaves in this texture pack. Just wow. Yeah, this prismarine brick, every time I look at it now, I definitely need to use it more. Because if this is going to be a texture that is in the game, like it's just the regular vanilla texture, I'm gonna love this so much. Alright, let's switch back and continue on our walls. Alright, so the next comment that I really like is from Oh It's Ian, okay, who says, "For lights in the cave, you should do hanging sea lanterns from birch fence and maybe have blocks of gold and jewels to make it look like the Little Mermaid's Cave of Wonders." First of all, love that. Love the Disney reference. Let's see. Since you wanted the since you wanted a mermaid theme in the island, that is correct. We are going to be doing mermaid things around like a mermaid statue. I'm not sure if it's a full-on mermaid theme, but that's definitely, yeah, I guess theme is the right word. Yeah, you're right. I love that idea. I love the idea of having like that little just cave of wonders. That just sounds so amazing to me for some reason. And you guys did a lot of thumbs up on that comment, so I think you guys are enjoying that idea too. So thank you for that, Ian. Also, I love the doggy in your YouTube profile picture. Very cute. Alright everyone, so it is now the next day and I have done so much wall placing. It's kind of insane. This place actually looks like a structure. Like it's a palace. It has an interior. I mean, granted it's got trees on the interior, but it has an interior. It's there. That end over there still isn't done, but this is 2 inventories. I just have a little bit of terracotta left over after 2 full inventories. I didn't do this section or this section because this section is going to be mostly open to the water with staircases going down, and this section is our big tower. So we kind of have to figure out the tower before I do the wall. Not super worried about it though because I'm so happy with our progress. Now I would like to move on to the roof a little bit. And I have been thinking while I've been placing my walls of an idea for the roof. And I'm not sure if you guys are going to like this or not, but I think it's a good one. So maybe just trust me. Alright, so do you see how if you look at our palace right now, the roof is actually taller than the wall section, which I don't mind, but I think if we do a flat line across here, it's going to be sort of boring. We need some different peaks, some towers in it. We need to add some interest to that roof so it's not a massive triangle. So naturally we're going to do that by adding more triangles. Let's go do it. It's getting considerably harder to get back inside my palace now. Oh, goodness me. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to add some more doorways. The first step is actually the deconstruction of this straight line. We want less horizontal and much more interest. And we get some dark prismarine back in the process, so I'm not complaining. With those horizontal lines out of the way, it's definitely easy to see how that was boxing us in quite a lot. And I do not like being put in a box. So, we have escaped from the box, and we are now going to add our triangles. I like this. So from here the plan gets super simple. We're just going to come in, have this block here be plain prismarine, and then we're going to start going up right here. We're going to go on this block because this corresponds to the inner block of our pillar that's here. We're going to go up 2, and then just go up 2 the entire way, just like we did right here. Alright, now that the basic triangle is marked in, it's time to jump down and just make sure that we have that lined up correctly. I do not want to be making any mistakes. Hey, that definitely looks a lot better. That gives a lot of shape to the sides, and I definitely think we needed it. Alright, all the triangles are in place, so we're going to jump down again, get a good look at it, and then we can start placing our dark prismarine. Ooh, I definitely like that. It lengthens the wall quite a lot, and it's gonna allow the top floor of our palace to have a lot more light from the windows. Roofs are always such a challenge for me, but I think we're gonna be able to make this work. I don't want to waste any of my dark prismarine, so I'm trying to line this up as perfectly as possible. Like that. Yeah, I think this corner is working. Our main challenge is actually going to be getting lighting in here. I think we're going to have to hide some sea lanterns in here so that our palace isn't actually too dark. Not even just for mob spawning. I mean, if I didn't want mobs to spawn, I could probably place buttons all along the roof and it wouldn't change much in terms of the look, but it's still going to be extremely dark up here at nighttime, so that wouldn't save us much in that way. For this middle section here, I'm actually going to bring the dark oak up in like a stripe coming along here just to add that little touch of detail, but also really accent that triangle and show that it is one with the entire roof and kind of, I don't know, kind of flow everything together. Hopefully it'll give the effect that I'm going for. Just look at our palace from up here. Oh my gosh, it looks so official with those walls in. We need to get a big doorway right there that lead out into our gardens, and oh my gosh, it fills up this island so nicely now. going down this roof here, as well as on our other little triangle shaped roofs right here, I'm going to add some upside down stairs. I do this quite often on my roofs. Instead of having it smoothly go up, they kind of spike out, and I really like the little extra detail that they give. Alright, so this corner of our roof is actually done. Oops, I'm falling! Thank goodness for feather falling. Oh, this is a good opportunity to go get a look at that. Ooh, gosh, I love the dark prismarine. It just ties everything together so lovely. Yeah, that looks wonderful so far. Okay, let's try to get this section done if we have enough prismarine. Goodness, this is actually quite a challenge to do in survival. To get this roof to connect all the way through these triangles and like match up each side. I did not think it would be this difficult, but it actually really is. Goodness, symmetry is very hard. I'm ending up sort of working my way down instead of up, which is a little backwards and challenging for sure, but it's getting the job done, so I'm okay with it. We are making very, very fast progress with this. One thing I don't love about this structure is the fact that we've got an even number here. Thankfully, though, it's large enough that we're actually probably going to be able to pull off the details and hardly even feel it, whereas on a smaller scale, when it's even numbers, I just find it so difficult to not have that perfect middle block. Anyways, our prismarine consumption is actually going very good. I am definitely proud of us in that regard. I'm so happy we finally got some of this dark prismarine. And I'm going to just do the same thing with this dark oak as I did over there, just kind of drag it up to the top. Alright, the last blocks in this section are officially in. I'm so happy! Look, it's a roof! It actually looks like a roof! That's kind of crazy. I love it. Alright, I'm just getting a little bit of slabs along here. Just to help out that shaping a little bit, give it a little more height. I think we'll also end up doing some more detailing along this edge, but for now, the slabs will do the job. I think it's time to go get a look at this. I am so excited. It is going to be like a mob trap though during night. We have to be very careful about night for a little while until we get this sorted out because it's going to be so dark. Oh, but I can already tell it's just so beautiful. I love dark prismarine so much. A lovely rooftop rest. And now we can just hop down. The best part about being surrounded by water. Oh, hello dolphins! Thank you so much. Whew. Look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? It looks like a palace. Oh, with the dolphin jumping. Oh, it just ties everything together. How wonderful. This makes me very, very happy to see. We need to fill up the walls now, up to that area. Do some detailing up there, but it's definitely coming together. We have made a lot of progress this episode, Miss Dolphin. Ah, this makes me so happy. Woo. We don't have a ton of dark prismarine left, so I'm definitely going to have to grind for more of that because that section alone took a lot, and we have, I mean, so much roof to fill in. It's going to take a very large amount of dark prismarine, but I'm okay with that. It's definitely worth the effort. Alright, so with that finished, that means we can now knock 2 things off our list here. I got more sponge off camera, and we filled in most of the walls today. I still have some terracotta to spare. I've got some in the storage room as well, so we're doing well with that. If I need to grind out a little bit more to fill in this wall, that wall, and a couple of the walls down there, it's not even going to take a full inventory, so that will be super easy. It's officially off the list, and we can begin on interior in here. So let's see, what do we have left? We have to defeat the dragon and therefore get ender pearls. We want a mob farm, defeat the wither. We gotta do the palace entrance, the laboratory. We need to decorate that ravine, which we did start, but not finish. So to add to our to-do list, I want to show you guys something over here that is going to be very important very soon. Look down here. This is the entrance to my mines. And I haven't actually done that much digging down there, so I would like to keep this open. So we need to find a creative way to incorporate my mines into like a basement type room in the palace under the floorboards. So let's add it to the list. Mine entrance. Also, another thing we need to add to the list in terms of building is our garden over here that I started in the last episode while talking about the comment of the day. Obviously, this is just sort of loosely fenced in right now, but we need to refine that and get all of our farming trees out of the way. So, let's put that in. Palace, gardens. And as a sub part of that, we need to move our tree farm. I'm not sure where yet. I guess we'll figure it out. Anyways, guys, with that said, that is all I have time for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely a productive one. We are normally not this productive, but I mean, we have a roof, we have walls, we're ready to do interior and flooring. We're making some real progress around here. Thank you guys so much for watching and for all of your lovely comments. I had a blast getting to read even more of them in this episode, and I look forward to doing more of that in the future. Anyways, with that said, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!